Hey everybody, this is wishful thinking. I know haven't gone live in a long time. This is bear with me. I haven't done this for a minute, so just bear with me with this. But I think I need to come online. I have seen something and I can't unsee it, and it's driving me nuts. If you see my live, it says calling out. There's a reason why I put in there calling out, because something on YouTube literally freaked me out. There is a gentleman on YouTube by the name of Sincel or Lemon, who's out here, taking things to a whole different level. Okay, threatening, and I mean calling people out and all kinds of stuff. Talk about beating people up and going after this lady and her minors. Okay? And everybody's sitting on YouTube talking about, we need to call this person out if we see it. So I am on here to do it. Listen, this guy is becoming really creepy and scary all in one. Okay? This guy is literally creepy and scary all at one shot. And if he could do it to her, which is Queen Bee, he did it to Eileen, he did it to somebody else. Yeah, this dude can do it to anybody else. And this guy needs to be definitely called out. Because what he's doing and what he's saying is very, very, very scary and very dangerous. Not to mention he's being homophobic and everything else in the sun. Dude, you need some help. Recovery, something. Talking to people, I don't know. But you need help. What you're doing is dangerous. Okay? And you're going to do it to the wrong person, and it's going to be a problem. Okay? Doing this to people is wrong. And all these people who are on here who are screaming, hee, oh, this is so funny. That is so funny. No, it's not funny. It's scary and it's dangerous. Okay? He's on here following people and literally following people, calling people's mayors and stuff. And it's very aggressive and it's very scary and dangerous. And if he can do it to Queen Bee, he can do it to us subs. He can do it to anybody. And I'm not one that usually come on here and, do these kind of things. So, nope, this is not something I do constant. But when I see something, I say something. Those who sit silently are more complicit than those who speak out. So I'm not trying to sit silently and watch this happen, because soon as something happens, people are going to be sitting there saying shoulda, coulda, woulda, and that's what we don't need. And mark my words, how this guy is speaking, he's going to hurt somebody. And then we all gonna be sitting on here yelling shoulda, coulda, woulda. This guy is really, really, really becoming dangerously scary. Talking about bringing his family, beating people up, and all kinds of stunts. Okay? This guy is very scary. And we need to call his ass out. Because if he can do it to us, he can do it to anybody. And he won't stop. That's the thing about it. He just continues to do it. He keeps doing it. He keeps yelling and screaming and saying profanity and calling homophobic names. I mean, literally, if you see what this guy be saying, man, it's nasty. I don't know how he gets away with that, but yo, the stuff that he be saying is not cool. And here's the thing about it. When Laura did it, the girl Laura, when she did that, we called her out. When the lady Eileen was acting out, we called them out. When them tragedy pimps do things like that, we call them out. So if these people are doing stupid things, if we can call out BJ for idiotic things that she's doing, and don't get me started with that, then we can call him out for what he's doing. Because what he is doing is wrong. I don't care where you sit, whether you're on a green team, whether you're a gummy, whether you're a rooster, you're an islander, whether you are a misfit, whether you're a hive, whatever you may be. You too. This is really disgusting. You too, my sweets. You too. You know, what he's doing is nasty and it's disgusting. And he needs to be called out for it. I don't care where you sit, whether you're on a crafting community, whether you're in a writing community, you're a college community, whether you do movies or whatever. This man is doing some nasty shit on YouTube, furthering people and and literally, looking at this lady's children and stuff like that. Nah, man. Nah, man. That's creepy. That's creepy. That's stuff that usually get people hurt in the and real life. I'm just saying, if you do that in real life, yeah, you would definitely be on a creepy level. Okay? That's some stalking shit. And if we are calling out things, then that should be called out. Kudos to all those people who are calling it out, whatever side you call it out from. And all those who sit with that, yo, I got nothing for you. You can block my little black ass because I don't care. Anybody who sits with that, I don't want to be around you. Because that means that you will let that shit happen to me or anybody else that's around me. And we all supposed to be, people are out here saying, "Oh, I'm for the kids, I'm for the people." Nah, man, if he's doing shit like that, you are not for people. Because people don't supposed to be doing shit like that to people because you're pissed off. And all those people who sit with that, yeah, you're disgusted. And we are quick to call out BJ. We are quick to call out Laura. We are quick to call out Shandy for Christ, for anybody. All of these people. If they did something like that, we would be calling them out. So what's his deal? What makes him different? What he is doing is wrong. It's nasty, it's dirty, it's wrong. And it's making people uncomfortable on YouTube. This is why people stop coming on YouTube. Why people stay in the bushes, because nobody want to be foiled. Nobody want their children's pictures or their family's pictures or their addresses or anything else flashed on YouTube and think it's funny. Nah, that ain't funny. Cause you don't know what the fuck people are going through these days. And like I said, you gonna do that to the wrong person, and yeah, you might not like the concept that comes out with that. There are some people that are really, they'll laugh it off and say, okay, they got me. But there are some that, they don't play that. And what you doing is not funny and it's not playing. It's nasty. It's dirty. It's disgusting. Again, it's disgusting. And all of you who sit with that, yeah, I hope you sleep well at night. Because that's disgusting. And like I said, if you want to block me, my name is Wishful Thinking. Go for it. Because I do not rise or sleep because of you. But I'd be damned if I'm going to let some ignorant guy be on here scaring people or doing nasty stuff to people and not speak out. It's disgusting. We need to stop this stuff, okay? Foiling people's children, looking up people's dead loved ones, talk about people's children. Man, what is on YouTube, keep on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kathy. Hello, sweetie. You know, whatever is done on YouTube should stay on YouTube. Whatever is done on TikTok should stay on TikTok. Then you got people who are, weaponizing. Hey there. you know, Whatever is done on YouTube should stay on YouTube. Then you got people who are literally using the legal system to play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Thinking that they can use the legal system to as their little, game system. And then when there are people who really need it, yeah, exactly. You know, those who are paying taxes and stuff, they gotta pay into that shit. It ain't y'all that gotta pay for that. That's them that gotta pay into it. Or those who are being taken to court. That shit takes money. Not to mention how emotional that shit is. You think it's cute and funny, and you think it's really kind, and it ain't gonna hurt me. Yeah, it does. It hurts a lot because that takes a lot of time, patience, and you got a lot of money got to put into that. You got to pay these lawyers for fees. And for what? Because your Fifi got freaking hurt? Come on, man. Again, y'all need to stop playing around with the legal system. Because then when there are people out there who really needs it, they can't use it because you're tying up the legal system. Same thing what I'm saying about Department of Social Services. If they don't Don't call social services unless they are needed, because they are already swamped as they are, and they have to, every time they come out, they have to do this, and then this ties them up and kind of messes it up for those kids that really needs them. Kids that are out there that really needs their services. I ain't say don't call them if you feel that something's wrong, because God knows if you see something, say something. Because listen, I'd rather somebody say something and I be wrong than not say something and something be right and somebody get hurt or some child is found somewhere. And we heard too many stories of that. There are too many kids out there in the system or who have slid through the system because nobody decided they wanted to do anything. But use discretion on that, man. Hey, I mean, for real. And stop doxing people. Soft doxes or hard doxes. Stop doxing people. Because if somebody did that to you, oh, you're going to be sitting there crying and yelling. And here's the thing about it. You say his name and he wants to go and call cops. But he could sit there and foyer queen and freaking, fuck with her family. But when she says something back, he want to sit there and cry and bitch and moan like she did that to him. For 3 years, this mother freaker been doing this. 3 years. See, Sinner, here's a unique thing about YouTube. There are a lot of eyes that are watching. You think that people are not watching, but there are people watching. Not to mention, there are us that has good memory. I'm one of them. Unless I have a seizure, I am really good with my memory. And when I see something, I usually say something. And for 3 years, you went after this woman. And now you get ignorant, real ignorant. And people are sitting there talking about, they ain't saying shit, but want us to call it out if somebody do somebody else. Nah, man. If you want to call it out, call it out. But don't play moral police and act like you on the highest pedestal when you're sitting in his chat, sitting there and laughing it up with him. What he is doing is wrong. It's dangerous. And it's playing out ignorant and idiotic. And whoever thinks that it is cute, don't have to worry about me. Because, like I said, I am very friendly. I'm a very kind person. I am very friendly. I talk to everybody that I meet. I'm just that's my nature. Anybody who knows me will tell you I'm just a friendly person. But there are limits. And when I see people bullying and doing stuff to people, and then want to sit there and hee hee ha ha like it's funny, nah, man, it's not cool. Being ignorant is not cool. And you're gonna do that to the wrong person, and you're going to fuck around and find out. You really are going to fuck around and find out. You know that thing of fuck around, find out? Yeah. Fuck around, you gonna find out. Cause you gonna fuck around with the wrong person and you gonna find out real softly of why you shouldn't have did it. And to all those who are calling, calling him out, yo, kudos to you. I know I don't need to be giving brownie points or anything, but yo, anybody who calling him out, yo, kudos. Because you know what? He needs to be called out. He needs to, people need to be saying something. I don't care if you don't like her. I don't care if you don't like her style. If you don't like her approach. What he is doing is wrong. It does not take a rocket scientist to see that what he is doing is wrong. Just like when Julie was looking up on BJ, that was wrong. It's just like when anybody else is looking up on BJ stuff, it's wrong. And if we had to call that out, then people should be calling this out too. Wrong is wrong and right is right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, as my grandparents taught me. You can't tell me this is right and then sit there and turn your back when this person is doing it wrong. Even if it's your friend, sometimes the hardest things are even standing up to your friends. I learned, I heard that quote from Harry Potter. Sometimes you can stand up to people. If you see something, say something. Because what he's doing is very scary. And you got a lot of people on edge because who's to say he don't get mad at one of us subs and try to do that to us? And then you got unhinged people out here that you don't know what the hell they're going through. We really need to call this out. And as a community of billions of many communities, we all need to say something because if we don't, it's going to get really bad to the point where people are not going to want to come on to anybody's platform because people are going to be too afraid that they might get doxxed. And B Tim said it perfectly. Don't put your information out here. Don't put your real name. Don't put your information and don't give too much information. This is a parasocial kind of community, which means we don't see each other. Not like that. We are all in a community of different people, and people go in and out, in and out. It's like seasons. You got those that are like roots, they literally stick to the ground. Then you got those that are like branches, they reach out and grab. Then you got those who are like leaves. They are there for a season and then falls off. So yeah, we have a lot of those. You know who your roots are. You know who your leaves are. You also know those who are those who come and go. So you have to be very careful of all the information you put on this on YouTube. That goes for you too, BJ. All the information that you are hearing that people are coming back at you with, it's you. It is you that are speaking it. It is you. It is you that speak it. Nobody looks you up, you tell it. And then people regurgitate of what you say. And then you sit there and say, oh, they forwarding me, or they calling CPS on me. Nah, man, that's you. You're telling your information. I even am told, don't put your information out there. Not everybody need to know. You don't know who you talking to on the opposite side. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna tell the wrong person and they gonna wind up getting you into something that you can't get out of. Like right now. You put yourself into something that you can't get out of. No matter how much you run or how much you try to, you know, brush it under the rug. You spoke it and now it's happening. And then you try to dox people. And then when that shit backfire on your ass, you're sitting there, oh, they picking on me. Nah, baby. They're dishing what you give. You picked, now they're dishing. When you pick, they dish back out. Don't dish out what you can't put in. Or don't put in what you can't dish out. Because as long as you keep doing that, you're going to keep having people do it. And people are tired of the bullshit. You put shit out here, and then you want people to feel bad for you because you thinking that people picking on you. Nah, they're just saying what you're saying, or they're seeing what you're doing. You are a train wreck waiting to go off the rail. Stop putting your information out here. Stop using people as shields too. Because as long as you do that, yeah, they're gonna grab for that too. It's sick. A lot of the stuff that goes on is not needed. Soon as this FOIA shit happened, this is when all that shit starts to hit the fan. People using the legal system for their own, like their own playground. And then they fucked around and find out. And now they're sitting there, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Nah, don't shoulda, coulda, woulda now. You fucked around and now you're finding out. But you know what the fucked up thing is? You're fucking it up for those who might really need the system. You really are. You're fucking it up for those who might really need the system. That woman who really is running away from domestic violence, or or those who are running from SA, and stop using people's trauma as your freaking as a fucking weapon. Because when somebody do it to you, you're gonna sit there and cry. And then when somebody come back at you, you want to sit there and act like you are What? The victim. There are no victims, baby. There are survivors. There are survivors, and there are martyrs. Those who go through that, they're survivors. And what you did, that wasn't cool. Same goes for this idiot sinner who decides to use a child's foyer. What the frick are you doing with that, man? That's sick. That's a minor. And it says it, juvenile. It's a minor. Once you start going after a person, family member that has nothing to do with it, yeah, you lost the plot, man. You lost the plot. And all these people who are sitting here saying, "Oh well, maybe she shouldn't have did this." Nah, man. Nah. At one point, you were sitting there saying, "Nah, ain't cool." All of a sudden, because you want to hate bomb, keeping it real, right? Now that you want to hate bomb, you want to say, "Oh, that's cool." Yeah, it's cool until that shit happens to you and your family. That's cool until you're sitting in a courtroom. That's cool until you're putting out money. That's cool until you're, afraid. It is not cool. It is not funny. And all those who are on that bullshit, I got nothing for you. That's disgusting. It really is. It's disgusting. Like I said, me, I'm for everybody being treated like I want to be treated. If I don't want somebody to sit there and do that to me, I ain't gonna do it to somebody else because nah, we ain't doing that. Nah, 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 no. Mm-mm. That ain't happening. If you doing it to me, that means you can do it to anybody. That means you have no respect at all. And I have nothing for you. And if you sit with that, I'm cool. I don't need to be in your chat. I don't need to, I don't need to contribute to you. Cause that means that there's no good in you. Because anybody who do some shit like that, that's not cool. I don't care what color you are, what religion you are, what language you speak, able or disabled. That's messed up. And all these people who sit there and say, the what isms, what about this person? What about this person? What about you? Forget about what about that person. What about you? Everything starts with you. When you wake up, the only person it starts with is you. You're the one who opens your eyes. God gave you that ability to open your eyes. So it starts with you. When you look in the mirror, it starts with you. Stop with this whataboutism. If you want something to happen, you need to speak. Fuck the whataboutisms. What about my ass? It starts with you. Speak. Oh, I'm not gonna be cool with my friend. Man, fuck that. If I gotta be cool and do shit like that, you ain't my friend then. You ain't gonna be down with our channel. Then guess what? I'm not down with your channel. Anybody who does shit like that, I don't need to be with your channel. Anybody who think that shit what he's doing is cool, I don't need to be with you. I don't need to be around that. Because like I said, for the grace of God, there go I. Which means it could be me. I could be the next one. You could be the next one. Who knows? One day it could be Queen. Next day it could be me. Next day it could be Joe Smo. If you see something, say something. This is wishful thinking saying be kind to each other. Be kind to the people you meet, your family, give a hug, and be kind to the earth because we only get one earth and we get one self. And stop with the whataboutism. It starts with you. Have a great day. Go out, touch grass, drink coffee or tea, smoke a blunt, do whatever, and have fun and live. Peace.